Okay, statement from Coach.
Well, thank you guys for being here. Obviously today, Merritt Classic. What a day, beautiful day for football. Very humble and blessed to be a part of Merritt Classic. I've always heard about it, never had experienced it, but the day was electric. A lot of fans here. So yeah, our game, obviously we played against a tough North Carolina A&T team who are building some things there, and you know, they had their shots at us, and we withstood those, and of course, offensively and defensively, we had a chance to go out and do some things. This man right here, in the first half, there were some runs that's like, man, you know, waiting to pop, and then obviously in the second half that happened. Defense played well, lights out for the most part, other than, you know, one big play there on the scramble. But very proud of our team. There was a lot to learn from this tape, and we'll enjoy this one and go and make the corrections tomorrow.
I got some dogs up front, all 5 of them. So I knew it wasn't a spark. It was just at the time of the morning for us just to get adjusted and come together. This is all our first time playing together, so we just came together, and we just, at halftime, we gelled, and we knew at halftime that we knew we had to come out with it on our minds, and that's what they did. I couldn't do it without them dogs up front. They got dirty in them trenches, and I just made everything else happen.
Big performance in your first game at Tennessee State. Also went over 2,000 career yards for your college career. Just curious, what does that mean for you?
Oh, yeah. I didn't know that. You just rung a bell with that one. But it feels great. It feels real great. But obviously the job is not done, and I'm looking forward to getting 3,000 this year. So if we can do it, let's do it.
I'll ask you the same question about that I was going to ask you about the defense. Kind of helped you guys in the game until you got the offense going.
Oh, most definitely. Them guys on defense, they get after it every day at practice. So it wasn't no surprise to me that they was going to help us out at the end of the day. We just had to help them out, and that's what we did in the second half. We came together, we gelled as a team, and we just helped them dogs out that was fighting for us up front. Actually, my apologies. We had the Tigers out that went to go hunt. So, yeah, we just helped them out.
You feel like the offense just kind of loosened up a little bit, maybe took a breath? I mean, you guys were kind of struggling up until that point.
Yes, sir. You know, my job is just to hit the gas and replay my O-line. They made the gas for me, they made the holes, so I just had to repay them and not get caught at like the 20 or the 1 yard line. And with that, they gave them life, and they wanted to keep doing it and keep doing it. They kept hungry. They kept being hungry to go hunt for some more, and that's what we did.
What did you see giving you to exploit those different things and make those big runs?
I wouldn't say it was nothing big that they was doing against. It was just us. We had a lot of self-inflicted wounds in the first half, but we got in halftime and we went over the board and got on the tablet and went over it. And once we made the corrections, the rest was history. You seen what happened.
Now, as far as Palmer, quarterback, what were you all saying to him in the huddle? Kind of, I guess, keep him calm and things like that while the game was going on. Of course, in this type of environment.
We tell him we trust him. We trust him in his decisions, that he's the best on the field, and just keep making the plays and lead us to victory. We just kept lifting him up.
What was the feeling just having this kind of performance after your first game here?
I wouldn't say it's my first, so I'm real familiar with it. Just stay humble, thank God, and get ready for next week and do it all over again. We don't stop here. I'm still hungry, and I'm on the hunt. Thank you.
Stewart, and just how impressive he was in that first half for you guys defensively?
Yeah, James Stewart, obviously he's had a really strong training camp. Very proud to see him come out today and play with that intensity. He couldn't be stopped for the most part. Pass rush moves, being active in the run game. Just did a lot of things for us. Played as a leader for us today and just was unstoppable.
Of the ups and downs of this game, being your first game as head coach of the Tennessee State Tigers.
Yeah, I mean, football, this thing here, you don't know how it's going to bounce and how it's going to roll, but we knew North Carolina A&T was a solid team, that their coach is a strong-minded guy that is a winner. That program has won a lot in the past, and we knew that we were going to get their best shot. And just proud of our guys, our coaches, staying in the fight. When things looked like, it was not going to work in our favor, but we found a way, especially over in the second half, running the ball. So, we just have to stay even keel and continue to work.
How would you assess how Jonathan played, Palmer? Is that kind of how you're going to deal with the quarterback situation going into this second game? I mean, all of the one snap Jonathan had. How do you assess his performance first, and then how do you kind of take that game plan moving forward?
Yeah, I was happy to see Jonathan get his first start in this type of environment with lots of fans and stuff. In terms of things that he needs to clean up, there's a throw or two that I think he could have stepped in and we call it Gator, where he could have drove the ball in there. There's some times where clock management, clock awareness, but those are all things that young quarterbacks struggle with anyway. But I'm glad the one time that we changed quarterbacks, it wasn't because he done anything wrong. There was a package that we had for McQuarrie in the running game. So, but glad to see him finish the entire game.
Coach, their offense seemed to eat your lunch on those big plays. How do you regard your safety play?
Yeah. When you're playing against an athletic quarterback and you let him get out of the pocket, there's a chance he's gonna hurt you, and that's what happened. That kid was an athletic quarterback, and the times that he got out of the pocket, all but one time, the deep pass they throwed on their sideline towards the end was the only time that he had a nice pass out of the pocket. I mean, in the pocket, but the rest of them was, times where we didn't contain and he got out and was able to make, those throws. It's hard for the back end to hold up that long, when a quarterback escapes like that.
Did you see that in the scouting reports?
We knew he was an athletic quarterback. When they changed from number 7 and went to him, 17, we knew, okay, this is a running quarterback. They want to run the ball with him. And as you can see, he ran draw, he ran option weak and that type of stuff. So we knew he was a guy that could elude the pocket and possibly get in space and make throws. So.
What can you say just about the environment from Washington now to Washington D.C. to now here in Nashville?
Yeah, Washington D.C. How about Audi Field? It was an electric place there, but we had talked about filling the bottom bowl up on our side, and it was really cool to look back there and see that our fans came out for this John Merritt Classic, that they came out to support our student athletes. The Letterman former players were here, who I've had a chance to meet some of them. So just glad that we were able to get off to a good start in front of our fans here at home.
About the defense, kind of keeping you in it until the offense got going, what Greg was doing on that side of the ball.
Yeah, Greg, the packages that we had, we knew that they wanted to come in and run the ball and establish the run. Their head coach is a former running back, so we knew that was something that they wanted to do. We knew that we had to play some single high, play some man, so we'd be able to stop the run game. I thought Greg did a great job of adjusting, managing, putting them in some hard situations, some third and longs. We hit the quarterback a good bit. Actually got some turnovers from that. So, per usual, he had a good game plan for him, and our assistant coaches did a good job of getting guys lined up. And then, of course, the communication amongst our players was really good tonight too, as well. So, Greg did a good job and was able to, get those guys off the field.
Talking about the communication against your players were good. Can you, with this new era of the NIL and the transfer portal, can you talk about finally seeing all the communication and all the training camp stuff that you guys went through over the summer finally pay out today?
Yeah, when we got here, we had 47 players possibly, and right now our roster is up to 108, and that's a lot of changing guys and new guys and us being new. So we talk about our communication being immaculate, obviously talking loud, and I thought the secondary guys did a good job. Now it does help having the speaker in the helmet for one of the players. That way he can communicate Paul Revere the message or the calls that our guys are sending out.
When's the last time you ran on Nissan Stadium onto the field? Did you ever do that as a coach, or was it all the way back when you were a player when you did that last?
I was last time You're making me have bad memories here. But last time with the Jaguars, we were 14-2. We lost to these guys those 2 games, one in this stadium, one in Jacksonville, and then in the playoffs in Jacksonville. So thanks for asking that. It's the last time I was in this stadium.
Do you remember what Fisher's line was, that Jacksonville was a home field?
Oh, please don't remember. I certainly remember that. All right. I actually told him about that at the Cats game.